Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to see about a topic relational model in the database management system. So before that we had seen what is meant by ER diagram and what is the purpose of ER diagram. So from the ER diagram we are moving to relational model. So we know that the relational model we represent the data in the form of table, that is the entities which are present in the ER diagram is represented as table name. The attributes which are provided to the entities in the ER diagram are mentioned in the column of the table. So the values are provided in the corresponding rows. So the each column we will call it as attribute name, and the each row of record we call it as tuple. So in the last class we had seen about what is meant by relational model. So the next very important concept which we need to know about a relational model and to retrieve the data from relational model is keys. So what is mean by key, and what is mean by primary key, and what is candidate key, what is composite, super key and foreign. So these are the types of keys which we are going to discuss in this lecture video. So what is mean by key? So a key means which is used to represent a table. So as in a particular relation, for example, if we take a student relationship, there will be many tables which represent the student. For example, there will be a course table, there will be a personal information table which represent the personal information of the student. The course table will depict the information regarding the courses which are undertaken by the student, and there will be a department table which involves the data about the particular student's department. So in order to identify a table and to use all the attributes in a given table, we need an element which we call it as key. So we need to identify which is the primary key and which is the foreign key in the given table. So actually these two keys are very important for retrieving the data and also for joining two different tables. Suppose if we want to get a data from two different table, that is if we want data which is combined from two different table, we need to specify the foreign key. So let's see what is mean by key and what is primary, what is foreign key, and also there are other different types of keys are there. So a key which makes a relationship with another table, and also this is very efficient for retrieving the information. So primary key. So primary key which is a unique key in the table, which is a unique value and which is different for each entity. For example, in a student table the student register number is unique, so it will not be same for one or more students. So each student will have a unique key, so that unique key we call it as primary key. And next is a candidate key. Candidate key means the other keys which are presented in the table, we call it as candidate key. So the table can have one or more candidate keys, but there must be only one primary key for identifying the relation. And next is foreign key. A foreign key which is a key borrowed from another table. That is the key which is primary key in a table is not a primary key in another table. For example, a student table will have student ID, student name and student phone number, student email ID and the course ID. So here the student ID is the primary key, but the course ID is a candidate key. Whereas in the course table there will be a course ID and the corresponding course name. So in the course table that course ID will be a primary key, but in the course table course ID is primary key, that is not a primary key in the student table, since the student table primary key is student ID or student register number. So on that student table the course ID will act as a foreign key. So we, with the help of this course ID, we can able to merge these two tables, which are the students and the course. So here is another example, which is the customer number, customer name. This is a customer relation table. So here the customer numbers are unique for each customer, so it is a primary key. And here the foreign key is in the representative table. There are representative number, last name, first name, street, city, and the commission and the rate. So in the customer table there is a customer number, customer name, and also the representative number is there. So in this case here the representative number is not a primary key in customer table, but in the representative table the represent number is a primary key. So here in the customer table the representation number or number is will act as a foreign key. So this is the concept which we call it as primary key. And next is referential integrity. So referential integrity is nothing but how we are matching the two relation with the help of a foreign key. So here we are using representative number for joining these two table, which is a customer and representative. So this is how we are mapping the values. So in the customer table there are representative numbers, and in the with the help of the representative number it relates to the representative representable, and from that representable we can take the we can take the information about the representative which need not to be mentioned in the customer table. So next is the candidate key. So candidate key means apart from unique ID, there are many keys which are presented in the customer table. So those keys we call it as candidate key. So here is the difference between primary key and foreign key. So we know, we already had clearly seen about what is primary key and foreign key. So that's it about the today's topic. So in today's topics we had seen about what is mean by key and what is the importance of key in the relational database, and what is primary key and what is foreign key, and what is the use of primary key. So thank you.